welcome back to BLACC. Hope y'all doing
Yes. I'm
good.
so excited to be here. Welcome back to BLACC. And as you guys can see, we have a special guest today.
We got a special
How y'all
Yes.
guest, my
doing
Give
girl
it
today?
up
Dee
to Dee Dee.
Dee. Woo, woo.
Yay.
We got a special guest for our 10th episode. It's my girl Dee Dee. We actually met on
Nice.
Discord.
Okay.
And this is my girl right here. The reason why I invited her on the podcast is because we've had several conversations and I could just tell that she was a cherishable connection of mine because she is so smart. And I love how her perspective always kind of broadens, my thoughts on the subject. So I
Mhm.
was like, this girl got to be on the podcast. She's my type of vibe right here.
For
So
sure. Yes.
Period.
I'm
I
super excited
love
to have Dee Dee.
Awesome. I love having like-minded women. That way we can
Yes.
discuss, we're transparent, we're comfortable with one another, and we're gonna have a good podcast today, good episode today. So I'm excited.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Yes, I'm excited. Thank you for inviting me on.
Of
I
course.
appreciate you guys for having me.
Yes,
Of course,
absolutely. I
girl.
love the smile. So let's just keep that energy flowing. And we're going to go ahead and start now with how's your mental?
How's your
So every
mental?
episode, how's your mental doing? So who wants to
Mm-hmm.
start off? Didi, do you want to start with how's your mental today?
Yes, guess first. Dee Dee, how is your mental today?
Talk to
My
us.
mental today, I think I'm kind of like in this space of like processing.
Okay.
So I just feel like, day to day, like life can get like really crazy. And sometimes you might even have like just stuff from even weeks ago or months ago that like maybe you prospered through but you haven't fully just like processed.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And so like I feel like I'm just like trying to find that balance with being present and processing like things that have happened already so
Okay.
that you can kind of like move towards a prosperous future, because it's kind of easy to dismiss stuff like once you get through something and just not really fully process it. But I feel like
Right.
the wisdom is in the experience. So
Ooh.
when you take your time and you do that, it's like important. So
Girl,
Okay. No,
yes.
I agree. I can resonate with that so much because
I resonate with that.
yeah, I quickly can just get over something, but
Yeah.
never process the emotions behind it. And then
Mhm.
when you get into your feelings or you get some good liquor in your system, you start feeling all those feelings and processing things, and now you're reminiscing on that experience and I should have maybe have done this, or you start analyzing
yeah.
a lot of things about that. So I've had those moments happen to me quite a few times. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. For sure. I ain't gonna lie, okay, so I immediately think romance. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
you
Mhm.
know what I mean? So like when what I relate to with what you said, Dee Dee, is like when you're trying to like process a breakup or like a situation that didn't work out or something like that, and you hear that one song on the radio or something, and then you back in your feelings just like that, and you realize, dang, I'm not as over it as I thought I was. So time will tell, you know what I'm saying? Healing always takes longer than I think what we always expect it to take, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Absolutely.
agree.
You get those moments of those tests when you feel like you're getting triggered by something, a trigger happens, and
Yeah.
that's showing you either you heal from it or you still
Still
processing
working.
things. Yeah,
Yeah.
still working on things. So you have to definitely give yourself grace on processing. So, and every day is different. That's the beauty
Mm-hmm.
of it all.
Yeah.
There's no 2 days are going to be the same. Every day is something entirely new. Okay, I like
Yeah.
that mental check-in process. What about you, Naya? How's your mental going?
Oh,
How's your mental doing?
sorry, y'all. I'm so smiley right now.
Yeah.
But my mental is good. So I just came back from a little trip with my girls. So
Hmm.
Dominique came.
Friends ain't jacking me, you must be lying to your friends.
And a few of my girlfriends came and went to the safari or whatever. I held
Yes.
some monkeys or whatever. It was
Hmm.
fun. Had a little girls trip. So my mental was really good. And like this month has been real challenging for me. And just knowing that, I kept my faith in God and I kept him in my forefront of my mind, it really pushed me through it. And it made me feel like super strong, honestly. It made me feel real like confident and content with life right now. So I'm real excited for the future at this point. I'm excited for another challenge, but God, please let me rest for a little bit.
I need to take a break.
But you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But yeah, so I'm feeling real good right now, for real.
That's what's up. No, them smiles, girl, was definitely like the same smile when we was in South Carolina. We had a really good time in the safari. It was an amazing experience. Just, oh my God. I remember I was about to cry a couple of times and I was like, don't you cry.
Don't do it.
I didn't want to be that person, but I was so overwhelmed with just how beautiful everything felt, and just having that super in close contact with all those animals. So it was a really good time and I really enjoyed it. I did. And your girlfriends, I love them all already. They're such great, sophisticated women. You guys all balance each other out so well. We had a good time. The vibes was vibing, and I'm excited for the next get together too. Absolutely. We're going to do something for sure.
We're going to have to do a little vlog or something.
Yeah. I like that.
But how's your mental, Dum?
Oh man, I was just talking to Didi earlier saying that my mental is really good actually. Last week I was moving and we know how that can be so chaotic. I was not in a good headspace last week. Let's say that. I was not fucking with anything because everything was so disarray, unorganized, not put together. So when I got back Sunday, I just went into straight cleaning mode. I organized everything, putting things where they had to be put at, just getting back grounded, So now this week I feel so much more focused and realigned. So I feel really good. I feel recharged. Let's say that.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. I'm glad you feel recharged too. Shoot.
For sure.
I'm gonna have that for this weekend for me because I've been looking at my house and I'm like, it's a little dirty up in here. It's not just like super dirty, you know what I mean? But it's like a lot of my dog's toys everywhere. It's just not how I want it to be. So this weekend I'm about to chill and just clean up and
tidy up a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. But look, we're going ahead and segue into the topic of the day. I'm excited to get this going because this has been pondering my mind for some time about soul ties. What is the definition of soul ties?
Soul ties.
Woo. Y'all ready to get into this? Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm so stupid. Why am I thinking of that? What was that? Oh, Soul Train.
That's what I said. Soul Train shit. Soul ties.
Yeah.
Oh,
silly.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So,
all right.
Didi, I think you should answer first, period. Because you are a girl or whatever. So what are soul ties to you? And just elaborate. What's your input on that right there?
Okay. Like me personally, I feel like if I had to like give a definition to like a soul tie, I guess I would say it's like something or like a noun. So person, place, or thing. And sometimes it could even be like a verb. So like an action or something like that you kind of just have like an unhealthy either like obsession with or like addiction to. So that's like the most specific but broad way that I could kind of put it is how I feel. But yeah, I think it could have like varying degrees. Like sometimes they can be mental or emotional. Maybe even spiritual, depending on your beliefs. So it's just like, that's really, I guess, how I would think about it.
I agree. I can kind of piggyback off that actually, because there's some things that you said that I jotted down in my notes, but to go back what you said, it is a spiritual and emotional bond, at least between two people. Now, I know there's a lot of other situations and relationships that consist of multiple people, but I guess you can always have just multiple bonds with multiple people, spiritual or emotional.
Right.
And it's a connection that occurs with people of deep emotions. It can be deep emotional experiences. It can be shared life events. It can also be, of course, intimacy. You know, I'm giving myself to somebody and they are as well in return. So we're transferring energy, you know, in the sexual mannerism. So that's definitely some soul ties there. And I also feel that it is, like you said, you can be significantly influenced by somebody if you have a soul tie with. It can be good and or bad. And I believe also soul ties are very hard to break away from. It's not saying it's impossible, because you can get over somebody, but it can take a substantial amount of time to do so. And I also did agree with you saying that we think soul ties is just something happy, but it can also be a perspective of something negative, that which can lead to like an unhealthy balance of dependency on somebody, which is, you know, it's not looking good on your relationship when somebody you just have a very codependent but negative dependency on them. And that's not a great form of a soul tie, but it is possible, and that can be difficult to moving on from somebody in a relationship from that aspect.
Yeah, for sure. And I'll piggyback, because at this point, this is a conversation, all right? So we just piggybacking off people, right? So I do agree as well that it can get to the point to where it's an obsession. That's when it gets negative, when you start obsessing over the person that you're soul tied with. So I did a lot of research on it, for real, because honestly, from like the media and stuff like that, it seems like a lot of people think that like soul ties are just like spiritual. And sometimes I feel like a lot of people try to relate it to like, I don't know, like the spiritual being, which I still think it is. You know, I think a soul tie is spiritual. But, you know, I wanted to do some research because I was like, is this mentioned in the Bible or anything like that? And it's not mentioned in the Bible. And a few different definition that I looked up, it said an emotional and spiritual connection between two people. That's literally all it said. My experiences with soul ties, I would conclude that it's a attachment. I think that's like the only thing that a person can really say is an attachment, and it can become a serious attachment to where a person is obsessed, or a person is really codependent on that person. And one thing that you said, Dom, that I wanted to point out was the multiple bonds with multiple people. I believe, my personal belief is, now I haven't always believed like this, but when you are sexually intimate with somebody or something like that, I feel like you do give somebody like a part of you, in a sense, and maybe that is the soul tie. But I think that's why a lot of people lose themselves within like other people, because they want to basically, you know, how people be saying, man, I just want to find my person. I just want to find my other half and stuff like that. But they're not even whole within themselves. And I think those type of soul ties, those are the ones where it gets obsessive and it gets negative, because I know that I have in the past, I've loved somebody without completely loving myself first. And that's why I was soul tied to somebody, because I allowed myself to be soul tied to somebody, you know?
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Soul ties can be very difficult. A few things that I read on how to break soul ties is self-care, cutting off the contact, and relying on a higher power. So I thought that was some little higher power.
That's good. I like that. Okay, no, that was good. I like those answers for sure. And to go back to what you said about relationships, because I have too dealt with a man, and to this day, I don't think we necessarily have. Oh, look, I'm putting my business out there.
Sometimes my business ain't your business.
Oh, okay.
So don't be asking me that what I'm doing. Could I have my business to myself sometimes?
Be broad, be specific, but broad.
Shit. I already started something. Damn it. All right. I would say, okay, let's start from here.
Okay.
I've had experiences with people, certain guys who I cherish to this day, and I wouldn't say I still have a soul tie with them, but it's just the feeling of understanding that what somebody else does can affect you deeply. And
Right.
I'm realizing, okay, is this a sign that I'm still in love with this person? Or I don't think that's just the case. I think it's more so I just deeply care about the connection, the bond that I built with somebody, regardless if we didn't work out or not, it's still those feelings are there. And
Mm-hmm.
you get affected by someone's actions or just their thoughts, what's going on with them. If they're having a good day, a bad day, you still want to be there and listen and help out and be present with this person in any
Right.
way possible. So
Right.
it's kind of like a damn, do I still want to deal with this person? Like, what is it? It's hard to distinguish that bond of, do we keep working on things or do we just go our separate ways? Like you said, self-love, that's the
Mm-hmm.
best form to break of any bond. If you ask me, you have to really just put yourself first.
If you don't love yourself first, nobody's gonna love you.
Right.
Really, and take
Exactly.
care of yourself from within and make yourself whole. And I think everything else will just start to distinguish away.
Mm-hmm, for sure. Didi, have you ever like experienced a soul tie? Romantically, friendship, whatever.
Yeah, different levels.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know. I don't have like a lot of like interpersonal relationships. Like I kind of just had like my family and then like a few friends that I made here and there.
Yeah.
So I probably had a boyfriend for like 3 months when I was in high school.
Girl,
Didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
right.
And then that was pretty much it for that. Like as far as like dating and stuff like that. When I was in college, I didn't date. So
Okay. You had a lot of self-focus on yourself, huh? There was nothing
yeah,
else really mattered at that. That's no, I respect that. I always tell women, you have to have a self-love era of just doing you and
Mm-hmm.
stop worrying about these boys out here dating
Yes.
and all the affection, attention seeking, I would say, of
Right.
wanting somebody up your ass. No.
Right.
yeah.
I don't want, yeah, you have to really just love yourself. And I think that might be a good segment to have about self-love. We just talk about self-love techniques and tips, but because a lot of people don't know how to love themselves. I was one of those people.
Well,
Yeah, it took me some time. It sure did to find out how to love yourself. It sounds so easy, but it's really can be a difficult thing to do.
yeah. I'm still mastering that. I feel like that's like a lifestyle. You know, people kind of just think like self care or self love is like a thing or like you know something
buying
that you
something.
do here and there. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
But
oh, get a hobby or something. No, this is a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle
I
that
love
you
how
have
you
to
said that. Yeah.
master. So I would definitely say I'm still working on that. And you know, I feel like a lot of the reason why I didn't focus on like acquiring so many like interpersonal relationships was just like one, I could just see how the generation around me was failing. No offense, but it was just like nobody was doing good in the dating pool. So I was just like, it doesn't seem like the right time for me to get in. And then also just trying to survive because like you know maintaining a whole like your own life is a whole thing. So it's like you know that ensues enough stress and calls for enough attention that I just never really like tried to like dwell deep into like romantic attachments and relationships. But yeah, I do think that there's like other stuff that you could like have a soul tie to. Even stuff that's like inanimate. So like electronics. A lot of people spend a lot of time on electronics.
Oh man.
And it's like, you know, what your ear gates and your eye gates and what's going, you know, and what you're consuming can affect you. And now it's like, you know, the other day I was saying, I was like, I wonder how many people would truly freak out if just like all of the devices just stopped.
Everybody.
Like
the world will blow up.
It'll just black out, right?
You know, like how would people's demeanors and characters like change.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. No, I agree. And
Yeah.
I want to point out and shout out to you for having that deep understanding of just how it is of being a human being. You know, I think a lot of people just breeze over the surface of living, but it takes a lot of understanding of your own life, caring for yourself, providing for yourself. And then you want to add in all that extra shit, dating, girlfriends, maintaining outings, being outside, posting. It's a lot to that comes with just having your own life. And like I said, I really respect that, how you say, I just wasn't focused on that.
Yes,
And that's very admirable of you to say and to do, because nobody gives themselves that time of understanding who they are as a person, and they get caught up in bullshit because they're just everywhere and they're not grounded. So
that's really rare, because man, I didn't get that mindset until 2 years ago.
And you know, like, don't get me wrong, you know, like I had those years where it was just like, you know, you were out there, you were having fun, you were exploring, but you know, it kind of, everything always kind of comes to a head, especially when you like are exposed to stuff early on young. So it's like, you know, if I was playing liquor pong before I was able to legally drink, by the time I'm able to legally drink, you know, I'm not really interested in drinking.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Been there, did that, or you know, did those things in a context where I felt like there was an environment that, you know, I would be safe in or have some type of input or control. So
absolutely,
I had the best outcomes possible for me to learn in those situations.
Yes.
You know, be young and dumb when you're at home, not in the world.
At home, at the
I like that.
I like that for sure.
If you're gonna be young and dumb, do it at the crib. You know.
Yes,
I agree. I 100% agree. I think everybody just wants to be seen nowadays. That's why I said people just live these crazy lifestyles. They rush into just having instant gratification of doing silly shit, stupid shit, and not analyzing how this is going to take effect into your life. And you get into situations that you weren't prepared for. So yeah,
that was good. That was
a good, I like that segment a lot. I think we discovered some good information there about soul ties.
Yeah, y'all make sure y'all comment. We ain't trying to be in y'all business, but you can let us know if you've experienced a soul tie, your experience with soul ties. I think it's a hot topic. I think it's like a trending thing. And I think it's a negative connotation towards a soul tie, but I do believe that they can be positive as well. I think I got a soul tie with my dog. Casey, come here.
Okay. Let me tell you.
She ain't messing with me. She in bed. But
love my baby. Ties was definitely a good conversation, ladies.
I think it was cool.
That was good. That was good. But like Naya said, to comment below, let us know your soul tie. Was there any experiences you had, good, bad, or indifferent? Let us know. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and segue into now what?
That's some bullshit. Hey, that's some bullshit. Yeah, that's some bullshit. What? That's some bullshit. Yeah, that's some bullshit.
That's some bullshit. That's some bullshit. Yeah. Stamp it. So who wants to go first with their bullshit, ladies?
Look, I'll go first with mine because mine like, bro.
What?
Okay, so this is my bullshit, bro. My bullshit is some bullshit that Christopher Maurice Brown hasn't come to Nashville since 2019, bruh. I'm sick of him. So, like, number one, I mean, I know that you got your 4 or 5 baby mamas or however many you got, but that don't mean that you can't come down to the Ville to see your girl. I mean, I was your first.
Huh? I mean, the CB fan over here, girl. Oh my God, I'm so sick of you. You know, I'd never seen Chris Brown in concert before, but his concerts look.
Let me see you do that. Do it right. Do it that. Do it right. Do it right. Do it
Yeah, they look
Girl, I
like
haven't seen him 4 times. Every time he's been in Nashville, I've seen him, bro.
Yeah, he puts on a show. He does. It looks like he would.
Yes, he do.
Okay, so I have to just check him out next time. Maybe when he comes to Nashville, look, shooting your shot. I'll have to come out
Just
there
in
with
case
you.
you see this.
Yeah.
Becky, I'm sorry.
Girl, I'm done with you. Didi, what's your bullshit?
So mine is, I feel like the bullshit is the soul tie that America has to the presidential election right now, like just being stuck on this 2-party system.
Yeah.
Or, you know, just the idea in general that we're a democracy when we're clearly a republic. And kind of in the middle of some fascism mixed in.
Bruh, break down what a republic is for the audience and for me, because I don't know what it is.
A republic is kind of like how basically we're run by like a specific group or organization. So it's like our Supreme Court is making up the laws.
Yes.
And kind of influencing and changing like how we can actually live on the day-to-day. You know, versus like in a democracy is more
the people
that the people actually, you know, are influencing how society and the system is ran, and not, you know, other parties or organizations.
Correct.
That's right. You know, I feel like, I mean, Scandal, I don't know if y'all seen Scandal, but I really feel like Scandal put some insight on how it really be ran. Like, I feel like, you know, the government, they manipulate the media, they manipulate the elections and all that just to push their agenda. You know, I think that the democracy is in place and it's supposed to be ran a certain way, but I feel like it's manipulated a lot. And, you know, it's really unfortunate for sure.
Yeah.
It's a hot mess going on with this election year. Biden dropped out. Now we got KH running up now. You know, she got the torch, and I'm all for, you know, her going in. Go for it, girl. What? You're making history. Even regardless if you lose, you still making history.
Yeah,
so,
you still make history at the end of the day.
Yeah. Trump, I think people side with Trump because they just want some more money. And all money ain't good money.
The biggest rule of thumb is all money ain't good money.
All money ain't good money.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes your peace of mind is worth more than
the money.
Money to buy.
That's right. People be having that soul tie to money.
Yeah. And he does some scandalous shit, this man. And yet we still just want him to come into office. But look, I'm not really somebody who does. I mean, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I never voted. I honestly don't give a damn. And I know everybody says your voice matters, all this shit, which is true. I don't want to not make people not go out and vote. But for me, sometimes I get that urge, you know what, let me go vote. I just don't like how when I put my information out there that I'm a voter, they send me so much shit. I'm getting text messages all the damn time about, hey, this is Jordan Shelley here to conduct some information about your neighborhood. Why am I getting harassed now? So that's the only thing that makes me not want to register to vote. But
and it's like that really shows us like how, you know, they state that we're a democracy so the people can believe that like we really have more power and say so than what they allow us to. But it's like once they start buying for they're like begging and harassing you, it really shows you like, no, we actually, as the people, we do hold a massive amount of power, especially when we're unified, you know, and on one accord with each other.
Yeah, absolutely.
I agree.
That is some bullshit.
That is some bullshit. And I love how you connected it to the topic of being a soul tie. I see what you did there.
That was good.
I like that. I like that right there.
I fucks with that. I fucks with that.
You know what I'm saying? We can't be so committed to voting blue that we just vote anybody and we like, you know, we don't really get in there and like do some civil discourse the way we
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Let's do it.
Yeah, I definitely think that a lot of people think that the Republican and Democratic Party are the only parties when they're not. So, you know, when we see that it's two of them, we just be like, okay, let me just pick one or the other, but don't do any research on it. So, yeah, people kind of need to wake up on that part. Good. What's your bullshit, Dom Dom? What's your bullshit?
All right. Here
It look
goes
like
my
you about to say
bullshit.
something.
Man, look, here's my bullshit because I was just in the store the other day. So I was trying to grab some hair products. Why these hair products we're so quick to spend so much money on these top name brand hair products. This is some bullshit to me. We spend so much money on these top of the line hair products when honestly, when you can just buy some simple low brand hair products and it works just about the same. Now, I know everybody's hair texture is different and whatnot, but an ingredient is always going to be the same ingredient. So I started looking at the ingredients on the products, and I'm paying $8 more when they have the same ingredients next to the low cost brand. So I think it's some bullshit that these companies inflate their prices, but they don't add value to the product.
Right.
So we're just so quick to spend $17 on a bottle this small for some deep conditioner, where I can get a bottle this big for $7 cheaper, and it still does the same works.
Right.
I don't know why we're so quickly prone to grabbing the most expensive product. Now, I have done that, and I've realized, you know, after a while, like, I need to stop spending so much money on hair products. Let me see how I can work this out. And I started just comparing the labels, and it's the same ingredients. It might be a couple things different, but it's still the same shit. I bought, was it Suave? You know, the little duck brand? I don't know. I think it's
Suave, I think, yeah.
Yeah, I get Suave mousse compared to, they have Tresemme or some other brands that cost like $8, where I can get this bottle for $3 and it works just fine. It's mousse. Like, how are you supposed to tell me this is different from any other product? We spend so much money on high quality products when you can get something very similar for cheaper.
Heck yeah, it's not even high quality. It's standard quality. Y'all paying for the brand. Y'all paying for the bottle. That's why I'm getting into, I think, and we kind of talked about this in another episode. I'm gonna get into all that, like, brands of like clothes and shoes. Well, shoes I do. I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of picky with the shoes. I gotta wear some fire shoes. I ain't gonna cap. But like clothes and stuff, I mean, like, the brand, all you paying for is literally the stitching or the pattern or the look. I don't know, Fashion Nova, Sheen, all that stuff. Yeah, they come out the same factory as the other stuff.
I'm saying we got to be smart and to just fall for their great marketing schemes. That's all it is. They're pushing some good marketing schemes behind their product compared to the low cost products. But hey, the proof is in the pudding. If it works for you, it works for you. I'm just overspending $18 on something this little of a product when I can get something double that size for less than half the price I just spent. It's insane. That shit's insane to me.
That's America.
I was gonna say, I think America really has an issue with just like that idea of capitalism, and then, you know, some of the stuff that people buy into in capitalism that kind of makes it like, you know, kind of like a status thing. If I have, you know, not just a regular you know, welcome mat, but let me get the off-white Virgil welcome mat, or, you know, just like, let me just have it, not just a phone, I have to have the newest iPhone, or, you know, just just buying into every piece of it. And it's like, capitalism is really the one thing America sold its soul for. Like, you know, we lost a few races of people behind that, you know, a big chunk of generational trauma that's still yet to be fully digested, and they're still going with it. They're still like, how can we get you to spend more money for practically nothing and make you dependent on us? They're committed. They don't care if it's like just the most simplest thing that you could buy. They're gonna find a way to inflate it and overprice it and overdo it.
Money
that's why I want to travel to a different country. Like, I want to travel to different countries so I can see, you know, feel that other culture and really experience, like, man, they ain't spending no money and they still living perfectly fine.
Okay.
It's really spoiled over here in America, bro.
Like what? I'm talking about they walk around plucking pineapples and mangoes and coconuts off the trees for free, and you want me to give you $5 for this half rotted out pineapple that you got
with the fuzzy on the bottom of it. I know. It kills me. There's always finding some mold or some shit. You want $6 for this? Get out of here, bro.
Man. You know what I'm saying? You selling strawberries with mold in it, and I'm supposed to pay you $7.
Am I supposed to pay you? That's crazy.
Pay you $7.
That's insane. Well, that's some bullshit. See?
That's some bullshit.
That
was some good bullshit. Everybody, I ain't gonna lie. That was some bullshit. That was
Chris Brown, if you see this, just come out to Nashville, Tennessee for my girl one time. She misses me dearly.
Okay.
Look at her.
Yeah, baby. If you see this, baby, you know what I'm saying. I was mad or whatever, but you feel me.
I'm sorry.
Talk to me. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay. I'm playing. Blah, 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 blah.
All right. We're gonna switch gears. We're gonna get off Chris Brown, and we're gonna segue into a new segment that we have lined up. I know last week we did was Today Years Old. Now we have a new segment. I think that's also still very relatable. Is unpopular opinion.
Yes.
So we're all gonna go around and just state an unpopular opinion, and I'm gonna go first.
Go
Pineapple should not be on pizza. I said it.
Period.
Brother, what's that?
Period.
Take that shit off, okay? Don't put no pineapple on my damn pizza. That shit does not float for me. And also, I'm upset.
Right.
People get.
I'm like, damn. Okay, keep going.
Diary of a Mad Black Woman. I'm sick of it. When people have salads and all that, why do people put fruit in their salad? I don't understand how you get strawberries, apricots with some walnuts and cucumbers all mixed with a tossed balsamic vinaigrette. How the fuck is that supposed to taste? Is it supposed to be bitter, sour, or sweet? Like, I don't.
I put craisins in my salad.
I don't understand.
I put craisins in my salad.
Why?
Bro, that shit good. Now, not raisins. I don't put nothing else but craisins in your salad. Try it. That shit busting, bro. It's good, dog.
Look, we was at your birthday dinner, and I saw a salad that looked intriguing until it said strawberries and some other shit with some ranch dressing on it.
Nah, not strawberries.
How does that taste palette supposed to be in your mouth when you eat fruit and salad together?
The dressing throws
a salad of fruit.
Raisins?
I'm so confused.
Raisins? Wow.
But that's my unpopular opinion. Take that pineapple off the pizza. It doesn't belong on no damn pizza. What's your unpopular opinion? Go ahead. I'm done.
Oh, Didi, you go ahead. Didi.
Okay. I would say unpopular opinion. I'm gonna just go ahead and say it.
Say it.
Kamala can't have my vote just because she got a silk press.
Bruh.
Thank
God.
I'm gonna need you to address some real world issues. Yes, and not just talk about coconuts and just talking in circles.
Yeah.
I'm crying though, because she do got that silk press. But this is my thing. This is what this is what get on my nerves about our culture. I understand she's the first Black woman, all that. Yes, I get it. You know what I mean?
She's not even. Shirley Chisholm was.
I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
And
I'm gonna put a name in there because I didn't know that. What's her name? Say it again.
Shirley Chisholm, the first woman. The first woman who ever ran for president was Victoria Woodhull, and she ran for president in 1872 under the Equal Rights Party. The second woman that went on record that I found 100 years later was a Black woman, Shirley Chisholm. And so she was the first Black woman. I'm talking about Black with a fro,
right?
You know what I'm saying, or with her pressing curl, not just the the pressing curl,
right?
And Miss Shirley Chisholm was the first Black woman to run for president in 1972, and she was with the Democratic Party. So, you know, there was someone before Kamala, and that's why, you know, I'm hopeful that people will learn how important it is to know your history, because, you know, you don't want someone to usurp a presidency off of false understanding of, you know, where we're at or where we've been, so, you know, politically.
Bruh, that is amazing. I'm glad that you said that on this podcast. Thank God you said that. Like, this is why I brought you on the podcast, because you have so much insight, and I'm so thankful to have your perspective, because when I tell you, ain't nobody gonna know that, bruh.
Yeah.
I haven't seen nobody say anything about her, because I didn't know that.
And I feel like I had looked this up a few times before, you know, so I knew that of her existence, which was like why I was like, oh, let me re-Google her again so I can say her name, make sure I knew what year she ran, because I kind of had that feeling that people kind of would assume that Kamala is the first Black woman to run or be on the ballot. And, you know, even, you know, before that, we just had Hillary was on the ballot. So it's like, you know, it's not like we haven't seen women get on the ballot and stuff like that. Although, you know, we could see it more frequently, that wouldn't be an issue. But, you know, yeah.
And that was recent. 1972 is not that long ago, bro.
But that's not what they were teaching us in schools. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I ended up learning about her in college when I took an African American history study course, you know, taught by Black people with a textbook about, you know, all the stuff that they don't put in the other textbook. But yeah, it was like, that was something I had to independently seek out. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, people don't know that because they're not going to put it in the curriculum next to Rosa or Martin or Malcolm. They're not going to put Shirley, although Shirley did her big one.
Right, Shirley did her big one.
Shirley did her big one, okay?
Okay, I'm sorry.
Right, everybody auntie name.
Right, that's everybody auntie name. No lie.
Okay.
Shirley.
Shirley.
Dang, for real. Dang. Okay, so my unpopular opinion is I think reality TV is played out. Reality TV shows, all of that is played out, bruh. I know the trending thing right now is Love Island, which I think that's considered to be reality TV. I feel like
I think it is. It is.
I hadn't even watched it. I know everybody's in love with it, but I mean, I had enough of reality TV after Love and Hip Hop and Jocelyn. After Jocelyn, my girl, I ain't gonna lie. But
her Cabanera, yeah,
I'm through.
Okay.
It's just too much. And honestly, I don't really like the way that they, you know, put Black people on TV like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
yeah.
I don't like it's just too messy for me. I'd rather have something actually interesting. I like mysteries, thrillers, and stuff like that. But yeah, reality TV is played out for me. I mean,
it's so much. Yeah, it's a lot of just junk. And I was just seeing that. Let me see, what was that? I think Love and Hip Hop, they're making their first ever album all together. They're just trying to stay relevant, you know. It's just like, let it go, because we're over it. We don't care. I don't care to watch somebody else's life no more. I used to watch Love and Hip Hop. What was it, Black Ink Crew? That was my shit too. All those other shows and Mob Wives and everything is just watching other people's lives, and it's just you're wasting your time. You could be doing something far more productive than watching all these bullshit.
Right? Yeah. I feel like it went downhill. Like, there was like this golden age where it was just like they could not flop. We had Flavor of Love, I Love New York, Chance and Real. And, you know, some of that stuff it started declining, like, once it got to the further end of the spectrum. But it was like, when I went back and I recently rewatched stuff like Flavor of Love, I'm like, this was actually quality TV, and we didn't know that we were getting quality TV. this
Yeah.
man was like pimping all over the world. Like he had the dates set up, like everything, like the houses. Every time they did the houses were done out. Like even with Bad Girls Club, the houses were done up. Like you know, even with America's Next Top Model, the houses was done up. Like we were getting some premium TV, and we did not even know it. Child. We did not even know it. No, we did not appreciate it.
Yeah.
Like after, I feel like once we got to like For the Love of Ray J and stuff like that, everything kind of just got raunchy.
Yeah.
And from there, it just like it really went downhill from there. Then they had like all of that other stuff on the side, like Next Bus and Blind Date, and just,
then it kind of got like desperate to me. Like now y'all just being extra. You know what I'm saying? It's more about the sex and stuff like that. It's not really about the storyline. Y'all just you can tell it's starting to get fictional. You know what I mean? Yeah. So that was.
What is Love Island? Is that just a dating game now? I don't watch any of that shit. I
think Love Island is like a dating thing. I don't know. I think it's like a dating thing though. Like
it just seems it is something like that's very trending now. I think it's on Netflix. I think I've seen it too. But
yeah, they got it in different countries and everything.
I'm so over it. It's just you're right. It is so played out. It is.
Yeah, I like how you said like game shows and stuff. Like I watched this one show. I can't even remember the name of it, y'all. That's just terrible memory recall on my part. But it was like pretty good. It was about money, and they were like all trying to go, like they would like go to the vault and sometimes have like secret missions or something, whether they would either take money from the collective group for themselves or not. And it was just a whole thing. Yeah, it was like a mind game. Like people was like making alliances in the house.
Are you talking about Squid Games?
No. But I did like Squid Games. I did like Squid Games though. It was kind of like that, but like without like the death challenges or whatever. It was like they were just like in a nice villa. Sometimes they would have challenges, and then they would like have nights where they would vote people off the island. And so it's like, you know, if you voted them off, then they was voted out of the cut of the share of all of the money or whatever. And you know, if they was doing little side missions to take money home, then they got to sneak away with their little money or whatever. I would really have to figure
out. You gotta send
let us know about that one.
That seems
so
interesting.
Good. Like it was so good, y'all.
That sounds
because you would see people cheating and lying, and then some people you'd be like, "Oh, I hope they get out," and then the other people you like, "Oh, I hope they don't find out. They don't find out. I hope they with the money." It was so funny, y'all.
That sounds good. That sounds.
Gotta check that out.
Right now, I'm watching Your Honor on Netflix. I know I'm late, and everybody done seen it already, but it's fine.
Yeah, I told you, Bird. I said that's gonna hook you.
Leave that like that, and let y'all go watch it.
Did it hook you on the first episode when you watched it?
Bruh, yeah, I ain't gonna. I was like, let me go ahead and watch the second one. Same night, watched it. I was like, dang, I've been missing all this. I'll be so late to the party every time.
Me too. Because you don't fall for the hype. You just, I'll check it out.
I don't fall for the hype because it's like, bruh, y'all really be liking stuff that I don't like. But You're on.
Yeah.
That's the
sometimes I just be watching stuff because I'm a fan of the IP or the franchise. Like, when they redid Velma, I was like, yes, Velma. I was like, everybody was like, ew, she's black. Everybody was playing. I was like, yes, Velma. And I didn't care. I was like, do it.
Yes. You don't support. You know who you support at the end of the day.
Yeah, absolutely. Good unpopular opinions that also led to some good conversations too. So we're gonna keep this one in rotation for sure. But now I think it is your turn to pick the next topic for next week's episode.
All right. Well, since it's the beginning of August, do you want to do the goal topic?
We can. Might as well.
Okay, so next week we're going to be talking about our monthly goals. We're gonna, just do a kind of a recap or we're gonna tell y'all what our August goals are, and just kind of get into that, and
we'll recap July and see how that went as well. Yeah. Also, to throw it in, we forgot to mention that we are going to have our first cash giveaway Yes. Money,
Yes,
money,
sir.
money.
In light of our 10th episode, now we
Yes.
in double digits. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Yes.
episode 10.
Yes. Thank you for
Yes, Dee Dee. We
being
so
a
happy
part
that
of
you're a
it.
part of our episode 10
Yes.
too.
I'm honored to be
Absolutely.
here.
Yeah.
Yes.
for sure.
So, in order to receive this cash prize giveaway, we have a couple of rules, and we're going to list them here in a second.
Yep.
But you need to follow BLACC on all of our socials on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.
Period.
Subscribe. Number 2, subscribe to YouTube and tag a friend in the comments.
In the comments of this video right here, make sure you tag your friend. I'm gonna just repeat everything Dominique just said. Tag your friend in the comments in this episode.
Yep.
Follow us on social media.
Yep.
BLACC Podcast, right?
Yep.
BLACC Podcast.
See.
And then subscribe to our YouTube at BLACC Wave. And you might win you a little money.
Yeah. Well,
Little
we
money
don't
in
see
your
who
pocket.
does it first and follows all the rules, and we'll reach out to you, get your Cash App, and then we're gonna send you some money. You know, who cannot ever want a little
Period.
extra money here and there? You can get some
Okay.
food, you can put some gas in your tank, pay a little bill. Yeah.
Okay. And don't be one of them people who go back, how much the cash prize. Just comment and follow. And if you win, you'll know how much it was.
Period.
And then be
Yeah.
grateful. Amen.
Exactly. Just do it and you'll see.
Absolutely. But yes, y'all, thank you for tuning in for our 10th episode. It's been such a delight having you, Dee Dee. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
But I forgot to say we were supposed to have a little bit of a moment.
Yes.
And speak about something that was broadcasted, and it was very terrible to witness. And I'm talking about the death of Sonia Macy. Am I saying her name correct?
Yes.
Sonia Macy. And if you haven't already seen or heard about this woman who was brutally just killed about boiling water, I would say.
Yeah.
It was very sad to see this yet again, somebody just be taken away so evilly, just done. It was so evil. And I'm at a loss for words. Does anybody else want to say anything? Because seeing that really upsetted me. It actually did.
Yeah, I will say that I didn't watch the full video. I just watched it up to basically when he pulled out the gun. What I will say is that, it's very sad to see Sonya pass away like that when she definitely didn't deserve it. I don't care what nobody says, she didn't deserve it. But I will say that it is a spiritual warfare going on around here. And whatever you believe, I'm just saying what I believe. I believe in Jesus Christ. And if you are a believer of Jesus Christ, just know that, in the Bible, it says that we're going to be persecuted and, we're going to have some enemies around here. So I would just say that me personally, I'm going to stand on what I believe. And I feel like whatever you believe, just stand on it. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we didn't want to see Sonya pass away. And it was terrible the way that she passed. But we all know, if you're a believer, that she's home with who she passed away for. She stood on what she believed in. And that's something that, I pulled from her death. And it just made me realize that, you know what I'm saying, to take this spiritual stuff seriously. Everything starts in the spirit. So whatever you believe in, whatever side you on, you better stick to it. Or, if you're on the wrong side, you can come over here to the right side. You know what I'm saying? But
safe over
make
here.
sure you just stand on what you believe. And sometimes when you stand on what you believe, it may cost your life, bruh. But that's just what it boils down to. So I'm really sorry for her family. Prayers out to her family and everything.
Yes.
And we love you, Sonya, and we love all y'all. We love all our Black women. You know what I'm saying? We hate to see us pass away like that. It's very unfortunate for sure.
Very tragic. Yes.
Yeah. I think that it's just like like two things. For one, I feel like, people who are of the mindset and commenting that this was an old lady I just would like to, throw it out there, like be respectful of Sonia's like life and her passing. With however, society is going right now, and people, popularizing the idea that turning 30 is old, and her being as young as 36, 37, like that is the prime of your life. Like that is the the cuspice of your youth. Like that is not old. And so to that point, a lot of people don't get to make it to C40. They don't even, always make it to 25. So, I think that this is a great example of, how people should kind of have a little bit more respect when it comes to the blessing of being able to age, and understanding that just because you're 30 or you're 35 doesn't mean that you're old and your life is over, or that your life isn't valuable, because I feel like what's implied when people are trying to state that she's older than what she is that, oh well, she was older, so it doesn't matter because she wasn't young, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's kind of wrong, to imply like every single life that is here, no matter their age, color, or race, like is extremely important. And we can clearly see that, there needs to be more of an effort to protect the lives of Black and brown people, young and Black and brown people, because she was very young.
She was very
She's beautiful.
Yes, to have been murdered like that in her home.
Right.
And, just the importance of making sure that we're connected, because, this just is really going to reveal how important community is, to be able to kind of push past these living circumstances, and, undo what has been normalized. It's gonna take more than just a small group of people, and it's gonna take a little bit more than internet outrage, because there are future generations that are depending on this, that are depending on us in this time, in this here, and this now.
Yeah.
And it matters.
Oh yeah. But
Girl, yes.
We just wanted to shed some light on Miss Sonia Macy. Prayers to all of her families and loved ones that are deeply connected to this, and they're going to be in our prayers. And with that being said, we're going to definitely lead out with a prayer. So if everybody could please bow their heads, and here we go. Dear Lord, thank you for allowing Dee Dee's presence to bless our podcast today. Lord, I please ask you to keep our spirits bright by your internal guidance, and to keep our minds open and aligned for the path you have set for us. I also want to say thank you, God, for everything you will continue to do for us. In Jesus' name I pray, amen.
Amen. Sorry, y'all, my dog's squeaking. I don't know if y'all heard that.
What she do?
My dog was squeaking her toy.
Oh, no, I didn't hear anything.
Okay, dang. Well, I heard it, so.
No, it's all good. It's all good. But that's it for today's episode, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. And like Naya said, to comment below about your soul tie experiences, anything of that. Tell us your unpopular opinion. How did you like today's segment? What's the bullshit going on? Just talk to us. And if you're interested in offering a topic or being a guest appearance like Miss Dee Dee was for us today, then go ahead and send us an email, and we'll gladly have you on the podcast. No problem. So with that said, subscribe to our channel, and
Thanks for having me.
We out, y'all. Hope y'all have a great one.
Stay prayed up.
Stay prayed up.